Dear students, good morning. In this video, we are going to see the topic SQL commands. So SQL commands are very used to interact with the database. As you know already, SQL is nothing but structured query language. So these commands are used to interact with the database. These commands allow users to perform various actions on a database. So these SQL commands are mainly categorized into, there are 5 types. The first type is DDL, data definition language, and DQL, data query language, then DML, data manipulation language, DCL, data control language, then the last is the TCL, transaction control language. So among these 5 categories, just we are going to see data definition language alone in this video. So data definition language. So all important SQL commands with their syntax and examples are used in the SQL commands. But now in this video, just we are going to see only data definition language DDL alone. So DDL, DML, DCL, TCL, TQL. So these are all the 5 important SQL commands in the database management systems. So what are the commands which are going to comes under the DDL? So DDL is nothing but data definition language, right? So under this DDL, just we can have some of the commands: create, drop, alter, truncate, comment, rename. So these are all the commands which we are going to see under the data definition language. So which is used to the create command. The create command is nothing but the command which is going to create a database or its objects, table, index, function, views, store procedure and triggers. So these are all the uses for creating a command. So by using a create command, just we can create a table. For this we have to follow the syntax. The first one is create table, table name, and then column data type, column 2 data type. So the create is a keyword which is used to create a table, and then create table. So these are all the keywords. After this followed by a keyword, just we are going to have a table name. So table name is nothing but user defined name. We can use our own table name with our wish. So column 1. So what are the column 1 which is going to be displayed under your table? Column 1. So the column 1 depicts under which data type? The data type which is going to be declared here, and the next one comma we have to separate the first column and then second column as it is. Okay. So the first column name 1 and then data type and then comma, the next column name, the column 2 and then that is means column 2 and then with space just we have to mention the data type of the column 2. So as and then these column name and then data type which is going to be mentioned within a parenthesis. After this parenthesis just we have to give the semicolon. So these are all the syntax which we have to follow for your creating a table. And the next one is drop command. So this drop command is used to delete objects from the database. So first of all just we have created a table in the database. Whatever the table we are going to create it, just we can drop the table by using this command. Drop means just delete objects from the database. So for that just we have to follow the syntax drop table and then table name. So here drop table is the keywords which are going to keep the same keyword for drop table. So drop table is the keyword followed by the table name. So the table which already exists in the database, then only we can drop the table. Otherwise the table is not found in the database. So the table which is available in the database, those table only we can drop it by using this command. And the next one is alter command. By using this alter command, just we can alter the structure of the database. As you know already, in the database just we have created a table, right? So by using this table we can alter the structure of the database. If you want to alter the table, that means there are 4 operations we can do by using the alter command. In this alter command, just the keyword which we have to use for this alter command. So alter table followed by the table name and then add is also just we are going to add one column in an existing table. That's the reason why we are going to use the keyword as add. So add column and then column name followed by the data type. So by using this syntax, just we can add one column in an existing table. And the next one is truncate. So the truncate is nothing but just remove all records from a table, including all spaces allocated for the records are removed. So which we have been allocated by using the data type. For example, if you are going to allocate the data column name is serial number, which followed by the data type is called as serial number and then space integer. So we are going to allocate, there are 2 bytes for the data type called as serial number. So for serial number, which we are going to allocate 2 bytes of memory space. And then next column, just let us consider the next column 2 is a student name. So student name comes followed the varchar2 data type. If it is the data type is mentioned by varchar2 means variable characters. So n number of characters which we can follow, which we can use for the student name. So we have created a column name as serial number and then second column is student name. So if you are going to create a table called as student database, then we can remove all records from a table. For example, in a table there are 4 records will be there. There are 4 students records will be there means just we can truncate the records from the table by using this truncate command. So remove all records from a table, including all spaces allocated for the records are removed. So for that just we have to follow the syntax. The syntax is truncate table, table name. So here truncate table is the keyword and then followed by the table name semicolon. So each and every syntax followed end with the semicolon in this DBMS. Okay. And the next we are going to see the command as comment. So if you want to give any comment for your table, just we have to follow this comment. So add comments to the data dictionary. If you want to add any comments to the data dictionary, just we can use this syntax, that is comment. COMMENT, comment is a keyword followed by the comment text which has been given within a single quotation, and then comment followed by the comment text on which table, on table, and then which table we are going to give the, for which table we are going to give the table name. So that the table name we have to mention here. So the syntax is comment, comment text within a single quotation on table and table name. So here comment on table, these 3 are the keyword. And the next one, rename command. So we have created a for example, we have created already a student database, but now we want to change the table name as a from student to work employee. Okay, so the old existing database name is a student. Now we want to do the rename with the name by employee, means just we have to use the rename command. So rename an object is existing in the database. For rename command, just we have to follow the syntax, rename table and then old table name to this new table name. So the here rename table is the keyword and then followed by old table name. For example, old table names in our cases student to just new table name is called as employee. So by the old table name student is going to be get the rename by new name called as employee. This is an example for these commands. So these are all the data definition languages commands. See, these are all the data definition languages commands in SQL. That means so after this learning this video, so learning outcomes, by the end of this video lesson, the learner shall be able to understand and work with the data definition language commands. So in this data definition language, as you know already, there are create table, alter tables, drop tables, truncate table and rename table, and add commands if you want to the tables and columns. These are all the data definition language commands, as you know already. as in discussed in the previous slides also. So these are all the data definition languages, SQL commands. See, we are going to see the syntax and then example. So this command is used to create a table. As you know already, create table command. Just if you want to create a table, just we have to follow the syntax, create table and then column name 1 space data type, within the parenthesis just we have to mention the size of the column name and then comma, separated by comma. Each and every column should be separated by comma. And the next one, column name 2 space data type, within the parenthesis just we have to mention the size, comma, column name 3 and then data type followed by size, comma, column name, data type of size. So how many columns we have to follow in the table? Just we have to create those many columns by using this create table command. So see this, let me tell this example. Create is a keyword, table is also a keyword. So create table are the keywords. So student, the student is in the table name for here. In this example, the student name is here, student is a table name. So we are going to create a table called as student, and then the student column name is serial number, S number. The data type is number. The size of the serial number is 3. Next one, comma. So the second column name is S name, student name, space varchar 2. As I told already, varchar 2 is nothing but the variable character. The length of the character should be varying. See here we have to mention the character size. So 20 characters, up to 20 characters we can get the value for the S name. And then comma, marks, number. So the marks should follow the data type as number data type, and then the number should be having, there are 3 characters, and then the closing parenthesis. After this end of this syntax just we have to mention the semicolon. So after creating this table, just we can give the enter, press the enter key. After pressing the enter key, then we can get this table like this. So after creating the table, it looks like this: the serial number, S name and then marks. So the serial number size should be 3. So only we can use only 3 characters for using the serial number. If you are going to give 4 characters, means it will not allow it. And then serial name. So up to 20 characters we can give here. So Mithu is the serial name here, student name, and then marks. We can use the number. So number type, and then mark size should be, there are 3 numbers only we can use. So by using this create table command, just we have created this table called as student. And the next one, if you want to alter any column in the created, which already created a table, means just we are going to use the alter command. By using this alter command, we can perform the following tasks. We can add a new column or constraints, or we can dropping an existing column or constraints. And third one is modifying a column definitions. And then fourth one is we can renaming a column. So by using this alter command, we can do these 4 tasks and all. So the first one, adding a new column. So already we have created a table called as student. Just for this adding a new column, just we have to follow the syntax as alter table add. Here add is your table name, and then add is the keyword. So alter table add, within the parenthesis just we have to mention the column name, and then space followed by a data type, within bracket size we have to mention, comma, column 2 name, space data type, within parenthesis size we have to mention, comma, column name, column n, up to n columns we can give it within the parenthesis, and data type size of this column n, and then closing parenthesis. At the end of the syntax just we can give the semicolon. So just we have created student number, student name, marks. There are 3 columns in the student table. Just if you want to add one more column called as city, means just we are going to give the command as alter table add city varchar 2 of 10 within closing parenthesis semicolon. By using this syntax, just we can add one more column name called as city in an existing table. So add state and pin code columns to student table. For that we have to use the syntax as alter table, table name is student, and then add the state and then varchar 2 of 10 comma one more field called as pin code, and then the data type is number. Within this parenthesis the size will be mentioned as 6 and then closing parenthesis semicolon. So after this command execution, we will be getting there are 6 columns in the table called as students. The first column should be serial number, the second one serial name, student number, serial number, the second field as column name as student name, the third field as marks, and then fourth column name as city, and then fifth column name as state, and then sixth one is pin code. So now after altering this command, just we can have there are 6 columns in the table called as student. So now we are going to adding a new column. New column can be added only at last. So in between we have to add, means there is impossible for adding a column in between the table. If you want to add any new column, just we can add at the end of the, at the last only we can add it. The new column will have null values. So the new column should always have a null values. The next command is dropping an existing column. So already we can have, there are 6 columns in our table called as student. So if we want to drop a column, means just we have to follow this syntax. So alter table drop, these are keywords, alter table drop, these are all the keywords, and followed by within the parenthesis just we have to use column 1 name comma column 2 name and then semicolon. At the end of the syntax always we can have semicolon. So delete the column state from the student table, alter table student drop within state. So this is the command which we have to follow. Delete the column, say city and pin code from the student table, alter table student drop city comma pin code. So if you want to delete a column which has been created already, the state, means we have to use this command. And then if you want to delete a column called as city and pin code, these are all the 5th and 6th, right? So we can use this alter table command, and within the alter table we can use the drop command. So if you want to add column, means add command, add keyword is used here, but if you want to drop, means just we have to use the drop keyword. The next one, we have to update or any changes we have to make it, modify. So we can go for the modifying a column. So if you want to modifying a column, just if you want to increasing or decreasing the size of columns, means just we can go for the modifying a column. So for this we have to follow the syntax as alter table modify, these are all the keywords, and followed by within parenthesis column 1 name space data type size closing parenthesis and then semicolon. For example, just we want to modify a table called as student here. Okay, so the command is alter table, table name is student, and then modify. So within parenthesis already we can have the second column names, student name varchar 2 of 10 closing parenthesis. Just we are going to modify the student name in the database. Okay, so alter table, table name, modify student name varchar 2 of 8. So already we have created the size is called as 10, but we are going to modify the student name size is 8 here. So we can increase and decrease as well as the size of the column also. And then next important point we have to discuss here is we can decrease the column size only when existing column values can fit into a new size. By using modify keyword, we can change the data type of a column also. But column should be empty to change its data type. These are all the points we have to take care of it before doing the modifying a column in a table. The next one is renaming a column. So for renaming, so already we have created a table called as student, but if you want to rename a name from student to employee means just we have to employee, or from student to wages, whatever it may be, whatever the name, new name we have to give, just we can rename by the new name. So for this, just follow the syntax: alter table, rename column to. So for example, rename the column salary to wages in employee table, and then for this alter table, the table name is employee, and then rename column salary to wages. This is the command which we have to follow for doing the renaming a column. So the next topic is drop command. So as I told already in the video lesson, so this drop command is used to remove the table from the database. Just we are if you want to delete the table, entire table means just we have to follow the command called as drop table. So drop table is a command which we have to follow for dropping a table from the database. For example, drop table, table name. So drop table, table name is student here. Next example is drop table, and then table name is employee. So here we can remove the table completely from the database along with the data and its structure. So if you want to delete a table entire structure means just we have to use the drop command. Once the table is dropped, we cannot get its data back and it gets removed permanently. That is the main purpose of using your drop command. If you are using the drop command, if you use the drop command means just it will delete all the structure from the database. Truncate. The main difference between truncate and then drop will be there. So it used to remove all the rows from the table. So by using the truncate command, just we can delete the structure of the data from the table, not the structure, only the data from the table. Truncate table and then table name. So for example, truncate table, table name. So if you are going to use this truncate command, then we can get the table name persist in the database. Still the table name persists in the database. Only the data from the database table only we can remove by using this truncate command. But by using the drop command, after doing this drop command, we could not have any structure in the database. This is the main difference between the drop and then truncate. So what is the difference between delete and then truncate? Means we can roll back the data by using the delete command, but truncate command we cannot roll back the data. Rows are deleting permanently where class can be used. So where class, wherever we are going to use the where class, we are going to mention the constraint. So delete is a sub language of data definition language, as we know already. So here when we use the truncate command, the table gets dropped and recreated. As the structure is affected is called a DDL command. All DDL command are permanent one, but or DML, data manipulation language commands are temporary one. This is the main difference. And then rename already we have seen. If you want to do the any rename, just we can use the rename and then old table name to new table name here. So the rename is a keyword. Sal grade is a old data, old table. 2 is a keyword, and then just we want to rename the sal grade table to grade table. So creating duplicate tables or backup tables. So to see list of all the tables of a user, just we have created so many tables, or 3 to 4 tables. So how many tables which we have created by using this create table command, just we could see all the tables. If you want to see all the tables, if you want to display all the tables which are created in the database means just we have to use this command. That command is called as select. So select star from table. So select star from tab means just star. Star implies all fields. So select star from tab means the table contains what are the rows. Just all the data should be displayed by using this command. So creating duplicate tables or backup tables by using the combination of create and select, we can create copy of a table. Just create table column 1, column 2 as SQL query, as you know already. So create table employee 1 as select star from employee. So just we are going to display all the content from the table called as employee. So create table employee 2 as select star from emp, where department number is equal to 13. So as this, just we can give the condition also. So constraint should be those data should be department number is equal to 13. The particular data only will be displayed by using this command. This is the constraint which we have to follow in here in the var class. So create table employee 3 as select star from employee var 10. So the data which has been taken from the employee table where department number is equal to 10. So those data is having the department number is equal to 10. Those data is going to be retrieved for the new table called as employee 3. This is an example, and one more example. Create table employee 4 as select employee number, employee name, wages, department from employee where department number is equal to 20. So this means from the database, from the table employee, just we are going to select only the columns employee number, employee name, wages and department for the new table called as employee 4, and where condition which data is having only department number is equal to 20, those data only is going to be select for your employee 4 data. This is an example. So these are all the example which for the creating duplicate tables or backup tables. The last one, comment. So if you want to give any comments for a particular table, just we have to use it. It's used to add a comment about a table, view or column into the data. So to add a comment to a table or view, it must belong to your own schema or user. It must have comment any table system privilege to add comment to a table. And then for syntax, comment on table. So comment on table, department is, this table contains the department information such as department number, name and location. Means just we can create a comment. So comment to be table column, for example, just we have to follow comment on column, and then department dot location is this holds the department location alone. So if you want to give any particular comment, just we have to use the command. So the overall summary of this DDL commands is data definition language commands, which is going to be used create table, alter table, drop table, truncate, rename and command. So creating a backup table. So these are all the commands which you have seen using the data definition language commands. So at the end of this lesson, just we are going to see the conclusion. With the help of these SQL commands, just they are the foundation of an effective database management system. Whether we are manipulating data or managing data, SQL provides all sets of tools. Now with this detailed guide, we hope we have gained a deep understanding of data definition commands, their categories and syntax with example. Thank you students.